Hello friends, it's me. Today we are going to learn the entire history of the Ottoman Empire in 8 minutes. Ready? Let's start. In 1299, the Ottoman Turks established an independent state in Anatolia. The name of this state was the Ottoman Empire. So who were the Ottoman Turks? Well, they were nomadic Turkish tribes that migrated from Central Asia to Anatolia around the 11th century. And why did they migrate? Because of the increasing power of the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum in Anatolia, which posed a threat to their way of life, with the help of the Mongols. Yes, the Ottomans allied with the Mongols against the AQ Koyunlu and defeated them. After defeating the AQ Koyunlu, the Ottomans turned towards the White Sheep Turks and also made peace with them. Instead, it was the weaknesses within the Byzantine Empire that made the conquest possible. First of all, the Byzantine navy was weaker than the Ottoman navy. Secondly, the Ottomans had access to gunpowder weapons, whereas the Byzantines didn't. By the beginning of the 17th century, the Ottoman Empire stretched from North Africa to the Caucasus. We can point out 3 reasons for the decline of the Ottoman Empire. First of all, the Janissaries revolted against the sultans. Who were the Janissaries? They were an elite infantry unit of the Ottoman army. Initially, the Janissaries used to be captured Christian boys who were forcefully converted to Islam and trained into becoming soldiers. But later on, Muslim parents started sending their children to the Janissary corps willingly. Now, these Janissaries were loyal to the Sultan, but over time they started to think that they were more powerful than the Sultan. The Janissary revolts weakened the central authority of the Sultan. Furthermore, the Ottomans failed to keep up with Western innovations. And that's the second reason why the Ottomans declined. European nations started establishing colonies across the world and getting rich, but the Ottomans didn't. In fact, they lost some of their territories to the Russians. Their capital, Istanbul, was now the largest city in Europe. The population of Istanbul was around 800,000. London had 50,000 people, Paris 40,000, France 3 million. And the entire United States had 50 million people. These numbers show how powerful the Ottoman Empire was. And thirdly, many Byzantines had converted to Islam, so they opened the gates of the city to the Ottomans without resistance. Finally, the Ottomans had mastered the art of siege warfare. This marked the beginning of the end of the Ottoman Empire. In 1922, the last Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed VI, was forced to abdicate the throne. Then the Republic of Turkey was established. That's all. If you want part 2, then subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Remember, Constantinople was surrounded by thick and tall walls that were considered impenetrable. Even Genghis Khan couldn't conquer it. But the Ottomans did it. Mehmed II changed the name of Constantinople to Istanbul and made it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. Thus, by the end of the 14th century, the Ottomans became the most powerful state in Anatolia. The Ottomans fought many wars with the Habsburg dynasty of Europe for the sake of expanding their empire. For example, they established a new legal system based on Islamic law. They also developed a centralized bureaucracy. But despite all the good things that happened during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, there was a dark side to the Ottoman Empire. There were brutal attacks of violence against non-Muslims living in Ottoman territories, and Suleiman the Magnificent was responsible for some of these massacres. During his reign, he ordered the killing of around 1 million people. Who were these people? Mostly ethnic minorities living in the Ottoman Empire, especially Jews and Armenians. The worst attack of violence against non-Muslims took place during the reign of another Ottoman Sultan named Bayezid I. He ruled the Ottoman Empire between 1389 and 1402. Why did Bayezid I order the killing of non-Muslims? Well, in 1396, King Charles of Naples invited the Ottoman Sultan to invade Hungary and help him defeat the House of Luxembourg. Bayezid accepted the invitation and invaded Hungary. At that time, Pope Boniface XIII was the head of the Catholic Church. He was furious that an infidel sultan had invaded a Christian kingdom. So he excommunicated Bayezid I after hearing this. The sultan ordered the killing of all Christians and Jews throughout his empire. Hundreds of thousands of innocent men, women, and children were brutally murdered. In 1526, the Ottomans defeated the Hungarians at the Battle of Karancsimes. After this battle, Hungary came under Ottoman control, but soon the Habsburgs took back Hungary. Still, the Ottomans held on to most of the Balkans. Now, what was the capital of the Ottoman Empire? It was Istanbul. Later on, the Ottomans would conquer Constantinople and make it their capital. But initially, when the Ottomans founded their state, their capital was a small village called Eskişehir. The founder of the Ottoman Empire was Osman I. He led his state for 40 years. His descendants ruled over the Ottoman Empire for 600 years. At its greatest extent, the Byzantine Empire included Anatolia, the Peloponnese, the Aegean Islands, and Constantinople. The Ottomans started conquering Anatolia from the Byzantines, and by 1453, they had almost completely conquered Anatolia. In 1453, Sultan Mehmed II conquered Constantinople. This marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. Mehmed II was only 21 years old when he conquered Constantinople. He was known for his intelligence and military genius. His mother, Sultan Hattis, was the wife of Sultan Murad I. When Murad I died, Hattis took the throne for her son and helped him become the Sultan at a young age. At first, the Ottoman Sultanate was just one among many in Anatolia. They had powerful neighbors like the Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt and the Aq Koyunlu and the White Sheep, Turkic tribes. However, by the end of the 5th–10th century, the Ottomans conquered all these states and became the dominant power in Anatolia. How did the Ottomans defeat the Aq Koyunlu and the White Sheep Turks? But they didn't stop there. The ambitious Ottoman sultans set their eyes on the Byzantine Empire. What made the conquest of Constantinople possible? Was it superior Ottoman military strength? Not really. The Byzantines had a strong army. Then the Ottomans turned towards the Balkans and started conquering the Serbian Despotate, the Hungarian Kingdom, the Romanian Principalities, and the Republic of Venice. Apart from conquering new lands, the Ottoman sultans did other important things too. After Bayezid, the Ottoman sultans kept conquering new lands. But why did the Ottoman Empire decline after the 17th century? And the third reason for the decline of the Ottoman Empire is the fact that the European powers formed an alliance against the Ottomans and defeated them.